Hello everyone, and welcome to this session. My name is Shoaib Muntasir, and today we'll explore one of the most important tools in business analytics, which is hypothesis testing using Python. You learn what a hypothesis test is, how we implement it using Python script library, and how this method helps business make data-driven decisions. By the end of this video, you'll be able to explain and apply a two-sample t-test with confidence. Let's begin with a quick recap of key concepts. A null hypothesis assumes there is no difference between two groups. In contrast, the alternative hypothesis suggests a meaningful difference exists. In our example, we'll compare customer satisfaction scores from two different stores, Store A and Store B. We'll use a two-sample t-test which checks if the means of these two groups are significantly different or not. If the p-value from this test is below our significance level, usually it's 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis. This test is commonly used in A by B testing, marketing comparisons, and product evaluations. So now let's move into the practical demonstration of hypothesis testing using Python. So there's step 1. First we import two essential libraries, NumPy, which we often use for working with numerical data, and scipy.stats, which contains many statistical functions, including the test we need today. Let's run this. Alright, so it's done. Now we'll move into the next step. So we define two sets of customer satisfaction scores. The first list contains scores from Store A, and the second list contains scores from Store B. These are hypothetical survey results collected from customers, so let's run these as well. Alright, and next is step 3, hypothesis. So now we perform the two-sample t-test using the t-test in function. This statistical test compares the means of the two groups, Store A and Store B, to determine whether the difference between their satisfaction score is statistically significant. The two important, so let's run this. Alright, so the two important values we get from this test are the T statistic, which measures the size of the difference relative to the variation in the data, and the p-value, which tells us the probability that the difference happened by random chance. And next we use a significance level of 0.05, which is a standard threshold in hypothesis testing. If our p-value is less than 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis and conclude there is a significant difference between the two stores. And if the p-value is greater than 0.05, we fail to reject the null hypothesis, meaning there is no strong evidence that the stores are different. So here we get that this reject the null hypothesis, significant difference between stores. Okay, so this Python demonstration shows how easily we can apply hypothesis testing to real-world data, whether you are comparing customer satisfaction, product performance, or marketing sales. Hypothesis testing allows business to make data-driven decisions with confidence. Okay, so now let's look at how hypothesis testing is used in the real world. First is A by B testing. Business regularly compare two website versions to see which performs better in terms of clicks or sales. In customer feedback, companies test whether satisfaction ratings differ between stores, locations, or product lines. In marketing, hypothesis tests help identify whether one campaign is significantly more effective than another in generating leads or conversations. For quality control, manufacturers use it to compare defect rates across different batches or factories. Even in HR, businesses test whether employee training programs actually improve performance. In every case, hypothesis testing adds data-driven confidence to business decisions, not just guesses. So okay guys, that brings us to the end of this session on hypothesis testing using Python. In this video, we covered the basics of hypothesis testing, how we form null and alternative hypothesis, how we perform a two-sample t-test in Python, and how to interpret the results based on the p-value. We also discussed the real-world applications such as A/B testing, customer satisfaction comparisons, and quality control, where hypothesis testing guides important business decisions. I hope this demonstration helped you see how simple and powerful statistical analysis can be when used correctly. Thank you.